Alright, there we go. Good afternoon. Stella's still outside sniffing and romping before the next bout of rain gets here. So at some point in time I am going to have to get up and let her in. I went and bred about 2 more boxes of eggs last night. So I'm up to 14 or 15? Okay, a little over 15. I need about 17 boxes of eggs to hit odds. I'm going to hatch at least another 120 today, maybe 150. We'll just see how today goes. I don't have my light on today, so hopefully my head won't hurt. The big thing yesterday was it was so dark in here for 90% of the day that I had my little light on. Sorry dude, I can't pick up those eggs yet. I did unmute. Can you guys hear my background noise? It's not showing up on the thing. Hold on. Desktop audio. Okay, yeah, it seems to be. Just not like, is it not, because it's not the one I clicked? Okay, that's what it is. Because I hadn't clicked on it. I don't know, they got an update like 2 minutes before my stream started. There we go. Just wanted to make sure, you know, you guys could hear everything. And if you ever can't, let me know and I'll adjust. Either myself or the music. I'm not turning my little light on today. It's not as dark out. So, I don't want another headache. It's been raining all day. And I did not manage to take a nap earlier, even though I wanted to. I have been working on my sister's blanket some more, though, so that's a good thing. Chipping away at it, inch by inch, seeing how she wants a free king-size blanket, more or less, because I'm making it out of scrap yarn. I ought to send her a message and be like, hey, I'm making you a blanket. Can you make me a pair of curtains? But I would need measurements for those. Hope those of you out there in the US who aren't too waterlogged. We are just set to get all sorts of rain this week. See, these should be good this time down. These should hatch. Not on the down, then possibly on the up. I stand corrected. I did poke through the known Pokemon list for Legend ZA, and the only thing they added in Gen 1, there are 5 Gen 1 Pokemon there I could hunt, which are Pinsir, Kangaskhan, Goldeen, Seaking, and Aerodactyl. Depending on how annoying the Goldeen hunt goes in this, I might just do one in it in this game and then one in ZA, and then the Aerodactyl hunt I'm gonna do anyways. This time you are early. Hi, Bob. Sorry you caught me right as stream was ending yesterday. Oh, I hope your day went well. I hope your evening's going pretty good too. It's a thing that happens on occasion. I've had other people pop in too. They're like, "Hi, I'm enjoying your stream." It's like, "Hi, you popped in at the worst possible time. I'm ending a stream in like 5 minutes." I always feel a little bad when that happens. Here we go. Next batch of eggs. Good. I'm glad your day went well. Gonna see if I can't get a little bit of shiny luck for Spearow today. My shiny luck with Brilliant Diamond is odd. I do okay with chain hunting generally, but with breeding, I don't think I've ever gotten the shiny I was hatching for before like 300 eggs. I still have like a box and a half of Miltank eggs I need to hatch from when I was breeding for my shiny Miltank. Did you watch the Switch 2 Direct? I did. It's interesting. I mean, I won't be getting it right away. It'll probably be next year before I'm able to get it, but it looked nice. Strictly speaking, I am probably more a Disney person. Just because Disney's been out longer, and I'm very much a 90s Disney movie kid, or in some cases a before 90s Disney movie kid. You didn't? Ah, there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't technically watch it when it was airing either. I had to go through and watch it later because I had stuff to do while it was airing. It looks neat. I mean, it's coming with a pretty price tag. I'm hoping that price tag is including the the stupid tariff the president has induced on everyone. I'm hoping that's why it's $450 and why games have gone up to $80 for digital and apparently $90 for physical. Because if not, I might have a problem. But no, I'm definitely probably more of the general Disney kid. One of my favorite Disney movies, Beauty and the Beast. But I do enjoy the Pixar movies as well. Here we go, next batch of eggs. Ooh, Hunchback of Notre Dame is pretty good, yeah. I'd have to say my second favorite Disney movie, outside of like the Fantasia movies, because I'm real fond of those, is probably 101 Dalmatians. Like, I enjoy Pixar, but I don't know if I could tell you a favorite Pixar movie off the top of my head. I mean, I have several of them I enjoy watching, but there's not, like, one I could sit down and rewatch just over and over and over and over again if I was feeling super lazy and didn't want to get up and put a new DVD or something in, or find a new one to watch on Disney Plus. Okay, no shiny in that batch. let's redo that here and get all of them. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched like any of the recent Disney movies. I didn't watch Mufasa, I didn't watch Wish, I didn't watch Strange World. The one that was the family going to space. Didn't watch Moana 2. I don't have any plans on watching Snow White. My favorite Disney show. You know, I can't really say. Disney when I was younger was something you had to, like, request. So I didn't have a, like, proper Disney channel until I was, like, 13 or 14. So I was never really super huge into Disney shows. I mean, like, we'd get the animated, you know, shows, the Adventures of Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, 101 Dalmatians. We'd get the little, like, Saturday morning cartoons on other stations. But I did watch a little bit of Phineas and Ferb. I didn't watch as much Gravity Falls, but I did watch a little bit of Phineas and Ferb, and that's actually probably about the most I've watched a Disney cartoon that wasn't, that period of time when they owned the rights to air, like, Pokemon and Digimon and stuff. Yes, I did. It is probably a different PBS Kids than what you're thinking. I'm about to date how old I am here, but Lamb Chop was still airing when I was little and watching PBS Kids. Lamb Chop, Barney, Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I want to say there was a cartoon I watched, but I don't remember what it was. Things like Clifford the Big Red Dog, Dragon Tales, that one weird little kids adventure cartoon, Zaboomafoo. Those all came out when I was a little older. Hey Arthur. I watched Hey Arthur. I had religious relatives, so I very much had cousins who watched some of the stuff, and then I had nieces and nephews who were little, so, you know, we watched Dragon Tales and stuff in the afternoon. Wishbone. Wishbone was a bigger one on PBS when I was in school. Hi, Nojas. It's nice to see you again. I hope your month hasn't been too stressful. I promise I've been here streaming. Oh, Stella wants back in. Oh, good luck with your drowsy. Just a second, let me go let my pooch back inside. I'm coming, baby. I can hear you. Alright, Stella's been let inside. She's mad because it's been too rainy to go out on her walks. just good luck with your drowsy hunt. But no, cartoons when I was younger. With PBS, it was Kids WB, and it was Fox Kids. And then, Fox Family, which is... oh, what was it? The last time I paid it any attention, I think it was Freeform. No, I don't need to get rid of the slugma. But when I was little, they still showed like the original X-Men cartoons. The first Spider-Man ones, Batman animated, Superman as well. Look guys, I'm not going to tell you my exact age. I'm in my 30s. I've watched not super old cartoons, but some pretty old cartoons. I can kind of remember the Care Bear cartoon. Things like Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Digimon. I started watching those. Not quite Pokemon right when it came out. It took me a bit, but just because the time it came on in the afternoon was like literally right as I was getting home. Oh, Animaniacs. Used to watch Animaniacs. Pinky and the Brain. Those were always fun. Remember when Kids WB on Fridays they would run cartoons extra long in like preparation for the next day. Like they would show a rerun of the new episode of Pokemon that had showed like the weekend before. And I remember them doing, I don't remember if it was the top 20 or top like 50 Pokemon thing, and it lasted like a week. And more or less, you know, all week it was just episodes of Pokemon with the most popular like 20 Pokemon voted on. And it was so funny though, because I want to say the number one slot when they did that was either Pikachu or Mewtwo. And the Mewtwo episode was just like literally the one episode where Gary fights him, and that was it. Because he's in a grand total of 2 episodes of the first season of Pokemon. The one where Gary fights him, and then the episode where he escapes Team Rocket's labs and Jesse James and Meowth see him. Miss Saturday morning cartoons. So maybe I need to start doing that, but I generally work Saturday mornings. I got a window open for you, honey. You can stick your nose in it. Wanted to open my window just a little bit last night and couldn't because she was literally laying against the window. It's like, okay, leave it closed. Poor Hypno. To be fair though, Hypno does have kind of a creepy design if you think on it too long. Yes, Hypno has a nose. It is a more kind of person-shaped nose, but he has a nose. And to be fair, movie Voldemort had a nose. Of course, I think that was more because they were worried about facial expressions. Excuse you? I heard that burp. Excuse me. You could call it Arthur. He does kind of have an aardvark nose, doesn't he? I think they're based on, what is it, Baku? The spirits that are supposed to eat dreams? Yeah. Could always call him aardvark. Have the semi-sudden desire to go reread a bunch of Nuzlocke comics. Up we go. Down we go. I can't remember what nickname I gave my last hypno or drowsy. I know I've used them before in like teams, and I want to say in Pokemon Blue and then in Fire Red, but I don't remember what the last nickname I ever gave it was. Welcome back, Bob. I think you did tell me you got the shiny Alolan Geodude. Good job. Congratulations. The shiny Geodude line is not all that bad. Not really. Have you been enjoying the Legend ZA trailers and stuff? Are you excited? Wobbly noises. Alright, will this batch get me my bird? Maybe. I'm about halfway to odds. Ugh, excuse me. Oh, nice. Yeah, I figure unless they just decide to throw us completely for a loop, we should see it in November. I don't figure they're changing release date time. Though the second trailer last week was a nice surprise. Okay, this should be the last egg, I think. I'm also not at all surprised that they've made it a dual system game. Oh, nice. I haven't been on a road trip in forever. Probably not since me and one of my friends went to Florida. That is 45. I am one ahead of where I should be. Here we go. And I don't know if that counts because we rode a bus to Florida. Actually, the last actual road trip I took that was me going anywhere was probably Alabama, I think. Or, well, going to Tennessee from Alabama because we went to a convention there and then drove back to her house and I stayed for like a month and a half. It's been a long time since I've been on a road trip. It has. But of course, anymore, anywhere if I'm going to visit anybody, generally, unless they're like an hour or two away, I need to take a plane to get to them. Hi, Remy. That's a mood. I hunted well, I mean, kinda. But yeah, I got to like probably close to 1,000 Spearow caught and hadn't gotten my second shiny. I'd gotten like 3 shiny Rattata though. So like, okay, forget this. It's like I'm doing a batch of eggs. We're breeding for this thing. Surely it shouldn't take as long. I had a lap though, because that was the first time I'd maxed out the Pokemon boxes in Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, Let's Go Pikachu. I was about to say Let's Go Eevee, but that's the one my friend has. Oh, nice! Congratulations. I mean, I have had duplicate shinies, but I'm not catching duplicate shinies at the moment. Unless unless it's something I need, but then, yeah, unless it's something I need, because I do catch duplicates to, like, evolve. So I don't know if those count because they don't stay duplicates. I turn them into something else. I hatched the Spearow. I'm gonna evolve it into a Fearow. That way the Spearow line in my living deck can be finished. And then it is on to hunting Nidoran. Hi, birds. I do kind of wish you could just speed through hatching these. Have a skip button like they do in, Pocket. So oh, nice. That was really good luck. That was base shiny odd luck. So I've been getting a chuckle out of all the YouTubers who are opening up the new pack of cards in Pocket, and their reactions to getting Wigglytuff just kind of always being, ugh. Why they've decided to do a card with like a semi-hyper realistic Wigglytuff, I don't know. But it was a decision. Though possibly not a very wise one. Let's see. I think my best shiny in Let's Go so far has been, I want to say it was a Kakuna. that, like, legit, I was on just barely to an 11 chain of Weedle and I got the shiny Kakuna. It was a ridiculously fast shiny. Of course, I'm looking forward to getting all the regular shinies caught so I can restart my save file and hunt Moltres, Articuno, and Mewtwo. Hi Dragon, it's going okay. No shiny yet, but I'm only about halfway to odd, so still plenty of eggs to hatch. And I don't have to worry about missing this one. Like it was all those Spearow and Fearow that were spawning in the sky above my head in Let's Go. I hope you have a good day, Dragon. Even if you only hang out for a couple of minutes, it's always appreciated. I've got to sneeze here in a second, I think. Maybe. Hate it when you get that feeling like you're gonna sneeze and then you just don't. I'm sitting here bracing for impact and just nothing comes of it. No, you're not gonna lay in the window? I opened it for you and everything. Oh, nice. Good job. Oh, I don't know how many Pokemon I need to get in Sword and Shield for the living dex to earn the Keldeo. It's not a small number. It's very much not a small number. But that's a for later thing. I want to finish my hunting, my shiny hunting, and Let's Go Pikachu, and then get the handful of Pokemon I will need to trade from a friend and with Eevee. So I want to get the shiny Meltan first, because we can't get Melmetal, which is stupid. And then after that, I'm going to work through the Pokemon I need for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which will require me to trade a Palkia with someone. So I can get Manaphy, and then after that I will be working on Sword and Shield. Nice. I like Beartick. I've used him before. He was on my black and white team. I probably didn't use him very well, but I liked that he could learn Surf. That way I could throw him out against fire types and drown them. You know, which worked perfectly fine with in-game battles. It did not work perfectly fine with battling other people. I've had more than like, I had 3 or 4 people who just, you know, completely wiped me out. Of course, to be fair, most of them had competitive level teams and 2 or 3 legendaries, and I'm not really a legendary user. Okay, that's 255. I do that every time, I swear. No, go in the box, dang it. Thank you. 60, 65, 70. That is not right. How have I gotten off track again? Let's see. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270. Okay, that's what it is. 275. Do that all the time, even with this. It's mostly me just forgetting to increase the counter after a batch of eggs hatches. Having a level 100 Pokemon does help getting other Pokemon for Pokedexes, along with having a Pokemon with False Swipe. I always end up with some poor member of my team that has it. I think in Sword and Shield it's my Rillaboom. Excuse me. I don't remember which Pokemon from my Scarlet and Violet team has it. Actually, I might not have a dedicated False Swiper in Scarlet and Violet. Hey, if it works, and nothing wrong with it. I mean, in Legends Arceus, it's my Decidueye that knows False Swipe. Actually, it's probably that way in Sun and Moon as well. No, I did have a different Pokemon in, okay, no, I just, transferred in a, Hisuian Decidueye and made it the False Swiper in, Scarlet and Violet, is what I did. Because honestly, I had enough luck just chucking quick balls and everything in Scarlet and Violet. I didn't really need one. Oh, are we gonna get some sun? It looks like we might. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit. We're between rain showers right now. Actually, we got a little bit of sun yesterday evening, too. It was kind of nice. Just this one big empty stripe of sky with no clouds. And we could see, well, with less clouds. It was still a little cloudy, but we did get a lot of light from it. Spritzy, you need a item. Oh, what's the item? I know for Swirlix you need a Whipped Dream. Spritzy is some sort of fragrance? Give me just a second and I can tell you. Let's see here. Spritzy is Gen 6. Good lord. I don't know why I'm good lording. I know the biggest majority of the Gen 6 Pokemon games is Pokemon from other generations, but dang. I mean, you can if you want to. It is always up to you on what you use your Master Ball. Here we go, Spritzy. It evolves with a Sachet. That's literally the name of the item is Sachet. S-A-C-H-E-T. I thought there was a special name for it. But apparently not. But no, just if you really want to throw that Master Ball at that shiny, go for it. I mean, if you're playing Scarlet and Violet, that's not the only Master Ball you're gonna get. It is a trade. Both Swirlix and Aromatisse are trades. I don't know if it appears in raids. I mean, it's possible, it might, but I can't remember off the top of my head if it does or not. You might have to check. Hi, Bob. That's fine. You can still be here. Oh. Trade out the hatched boys. Okay, nice. Well, good luck then. I hope it doesn't take you too long to get it in a raid when you get to that point. Bob, has your sister had her wedding yet? I remember you mentioning she was getting married, but I couldn't remember if it was anytime soon. Oh, okay. You be back then. Not gonna lie, when I was playing Sword, it took far too long for me to think of which version of the game I was playing. When I was playing Sword, I actually kind of just had fun running around and doing a bunch of raids for candies. What? Can I help you? I do not require your assistance. Well, go lay on the bed. Just don't lay next to her. She don't like that. The first one, I think. No, it's not the first one. It's probably something like badge 4. I know, I can remember clearly having like 1-star raids up until like the 3rd badge, I think. I'm not quite certain. That should be easy enough to look up, though. Oh, all this rainy weather has me ready for a nap. Nice. I have no idea how many candies I have altogether on Shield. I know I've got a good few hundred on Scarlet and Violet. It's so funny though, because I remember when Sword and Shield came out, and I remember watching a YouTuber to just speed through Sword and Shield because of the candies. You know, because you didn't have to take the time to level up your Pokemon, and it's like, nah, it's like I'm just gonna level mine up the old-fashioned way. That sounds about right, honestly. But it's so funny though, because when I played Shield, it was like, no, no candies unless it's just to help with a Pokemon that's ungodly underleveled for my team. And then in Sword, it was like, okay, all the candies, so I don't have to spend 15 hours training up my Pokemon for gym battles. What was that? 10. 7, 75, 80, 85. So this will be 90, 90. Okay, just making sure I was at the proper level number there. Oh, nice. I'm not gonna lie, I had a level 100 Pokemon I plunked into Sword when I did my egg lock. That was just I think he had Incubator as an ability. I think. But I used him a lot for just the earlier raid battles. Nice. I always kind of wish that when they did the Appleton G-Max raids, you know, when they switched it out to where they were the main raids, that if you played on your game, it would have given you a chance to get it from the opposite game instead of you having to trade for the item. Meaning, you know, if you had Shield, it would have had a chance of giving giving you Flapple, and then reverse for Appleton. Yeah. Yeah, it's generally people in Discord groups doing raids and stuff together. I know Austin John's Discord has a raid group chat where people have gone through and like shiny hunt done the raid over and over and over again until they get like a shiny or something. Isildur, yeah. I do like that the more recent games have been making it to where you don't have to trade as much for everything. Like generally, yes, there's still some trading involved, but like not as much. Yeah. Come on, birdie boys. Actually, if I was smart, I'd go in home tonight and release some of these Spearow. Just so I don't have to do it later. I do kind of miss the boosted odds shiny raids they would do in Sword and Shield. Ah. That was always a little annoying. I tend to be fairly decent at playing Who's That Pokemon with the silhouettes. But I do miss the boosted shiny odds raids. They were fun. I can remember just barely managing to get a Lunatone before the raids ended when they were running the Lunatone and Solrock ones. Little ball, but you think someone has the DLC. The only dragon type I can think of that looks like a little ball are Gumi and Applin. Because you have to breed for Dreepy, because you can only get the second stage. Shogun. Okay, yes, Shogun. I guess he is technically a ball, isn't he? I'm not gonna lie, I forget Shogun exists. I mean, just completely, totally, and utterly forget he's a thing that exists sometimes. Of course, to be fair, I legit at one point forgot Dunsparce was a Pokemon altogether until I like restarted my copy of Gold or Silver. And look, I was bringing level 100 Pokemon to level 1 raids just so I didn't have to put any effort into them when I started my copy of Sword, so you're fine. When we were doing raids and stuff more often with friends in those games, I was more or less, it was, oh, I want to do this one. It's like, okay, let me get a Pokemon that will carry this entire team. I still do that to an extent. I am glad they gave us the 7-star raids in Scarlet and Violet. It made them hard. I can remember the hardest raids that they did in Sword and Shield were like the Mewtwo ones. And that was mostly because he more or less legit had a move that could take down each of his weaknesses. But Mewtwo was the only one that I got to a point where I just could not take him down within like 2 or 3 raids. And of course, last Saturday, me and my ladies spent about an hour just getting curb stomped by Tyranitar. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Yeah, it should have been, we just kept getting, he kept getting to the point where he was just outspeeding us. So a friend bought in her Contrary Malamar and swapped its abilities. We didn't have any problem with it after that. What is it next? Because we've done the Dragonite, we've done Tyranitar, Gen 3. It should be Salamence next, I think. Unless they decide to shuffle up the order. Yeah, they do that. Oof. Yeah, that is the one downside to the raids. There is no guaranteed capture. I think it's guaranteed for like the Dynamax adventures, but for the regular raids, I don't think it is. But of course, that's how Pokemon works. You're not generally always guaranteed to capture. Unless it's, you know, a boss Pokemon like the Blood Moon Beast or something. There is a small part of me that wishes they had not done guaranteed captures for raids unless it was like the 7-star bosses. Yeah, you do. But I'm so curious to see what the raid mechanic for Generation 10 will be. You gonna jack them up? I was like naming mine Kong Pao. You know, after Kong Pao, Enter the Fist. That's the one I'm thinking of. It's just old karate movies are stupid but fun. I just get a chuckle out of that one where they dubbed over it, and the one dude is like, "You shall call me Betty." It's like, why Betty? You should be able to, so long as you have Pokemon Home. I mean, you can't directly transfer it from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon into Sword and Shield. You got to go through Bank and Pokemon Home. Is how it works now. Which I kind of prefer it that way. The transfer system between the DS games and 3DS games was fun at first, but if you're transferring like over 100 Pokemon, it got really dull really fast. You should have been able to. About the only reason I could see you not being able to send a Gumi into Sword and Shield would be it being a totem-sized Pokemon, which I don't think you could do to Gumi in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or it was hacked. No, that's fair. Was it an event Pokemon, maybe? They can be really dumb about event Pokemon. I have a Jirachi that I got, like, legitimately from a GameStop event, if I'm not mistaken, that it won't let me trade over. Was bred? Huh. That's weird. Was it just the Gumi? Or were you trying to send over a batch of Pokemon and it wouldn't let you do any of them? Did I swap out eggs? No, I did not. Okay, so if it wouldn't let you do any of them... Hi, Bob. I wonder if maybe the server was just having trouble that day. It might not hurt to double check and see. Cause I legit have Pokemon in my home from, like, Sapphire and Fire Red and... Well, okay, probably not so much anymore, but at one point in time I did. Incineroar, but not the other starters. Huh. I can't think of a reason for why that would be. Now, I know, like, some Pokemon you can't stick into Scarlet and Violet because they just aren't there. But, there shouldn't be any restrictions to anything that is in Scarlet and Violet. Cause, if it's saying only compatible with Scarlet and Violet, I wonder if... No, it wouldn't be a move, because it would just delete the move. Cause not every starter was in Sword and Shield. You had the Gen 1 starters, the Gen 3 starters, Gen 8, of course, and then Gen 7? Because you could get, the starters as rewards for finding the Alolan Diglett. I don't know. Say, because I've had Pokemon from Sun and Moon I've been able to put into Sword and Shield. I've had Pokemon... Actually, that's partially where some of my main team came from. Huh. That's weird. Because it wouldn't be abilities. I mean, I've stuck Pokemon from most games in Sword and Shield. I mean, I have evolved two Shiny Mime Jr. in Sword and Shield into a Galarian Mr. Mime and a Galarian Mr. To a Mr. Rhyme. Hmm. No, it says Gumi is in shield sword. Huh. I don't know, my dear. You might have to look it up. Oh, nice. That's how I got my first shiny in shield. It was a shiny Indeedee, I think. And then I got a couple of shiny Milceres. And then I got a Ice Cube, a Politoed, the Solrock and Lunatone, and there might have been one more in there that I'm not remembering in raids, and then the rest of them I bred or encountered for. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a real quick break. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, but just because it's shield is exclusive doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to put it in sword. It's shield exclusive for catching, not shield exclusive completely. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. No, I know you know that. I'm not saying you didn't. It is kind of trying to work around the problem here. It is very weird, though, that it won't let you put a Gumi in your copy of Sword. Trying to think of any other reason why it wouldn't let you transfer it in. I really can't think of any. I wonder if maybe your Gumi is just glitched or something. Because I'm fairly certain the Gumi I transferred in for completing my Pokedex when they made it home compatible was probably from X and Y. So yeah, it might not hurt to double check, see if maybe a different one will go through. Because about the only Pokemon I've seen that they won't let you like transfer over completely are like the shiny Rayquaza from Oris because of Dragon Ascent, I think. And then like the cosplay Pikachus. You know, a good way to stick them back into circulation would actually be to have them in X and or in Legends ZA. Keep wanting to call it X and Y. I mean, technically it is, but technically it isn't. That'd actually be kind of a fun little thing. Make it kind of like the Alolan Vulpix in Legends Arceus, but stick cosplay Pikachu in Legends ZA, but only let you get one. Then watch the form collector silently implode. Because you know if they did that, they wouldn't make it transferable to through bank. Alright, you little barbecue wing birds. Where's my buffalo wing bird? Yes, I will be nicknaming this this shiny Spearow Buffalo Wing, so long as it'll fit. What, sad baby? You will live, I promise. Look, it's wet outside. I have one pair of sneakers, and I despise wet shoes. She laying on the bed, just giving me big old sad eyes. Mama, it's rainy day, baby. I can't help it. It's gonna be a rainy weekend, honey. I really can't help it. Yeah, gotta love that spring weather. Alright, next 5. I think I'm through the first 2 boxes. So I'm either going to hatch 2 or 3 more today. I'm not quite certain which. It might actually be 3 today. Might do 150 eggs. There we go. Oh, did any of you guys watch the Spider-Verse movies? Did you see the art they released the other day? For Beyond. Which has me excited, a little sad it won't be out till 2027. Huh? Shave later. I'm excited for Beyond. I wish it was coming out sooner, not in the oh my god, we need to rush production way, but in the I would really like to know how this story ends way. It's like wanting the next season of a show after the current season ends. It's like, can I have next season now, please, so I don't know how this continues? But also, yes, I'm happily willing to wait for 2027. That way it's less stress and strain on the animators. They all do awesome. They deserve to get to take their time. I'm just gonna have to sit here and suffer until it releases. Yeah, it can take a bit. I probably need to plug my 2DS in and charge it and make sure it still works. Because unless they give me a way to shiny hunt for type null here. It's just that time of year, apparently. No, I believe you. Uh-huh. Well, two of those you kind of had to. Dad's complaining about toilets. He says this is his fourth one in a week he's had to work on. Two of them he had to pull up and put flooring down and put back. And then one of the others was clogged, and he's gonna go help a lady unclog her toilet now too. Hopefully you have another in bank. I think the only thing in my Pokemon bank right now is cosplay Pikachu and Rayquaza. And that one Jirachi it won't let me transfer. uh... You know, I can do breeding like this in older games, but from going forward in new games, I don't think I'm going to be able to go back to breeding like this in newer games. They spoiled us with picnics. I mean, I can sit there and just press A every couple of minutes to collect like anywhere between 20 to 50-ish eggs every half hour. Heck yeah. You name your shiny legendaries, Mr. Juice. Okay. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry your Gumi are gone. Let's see here, that should be 15, 20, 25, 30. I haven't named a legendary in quite some time, actually. Of course, I'm not big on really nicknaming every single Pokemon I catch anyways. I mean, I used to. But now it's more the Pokemon that I am going or might be going to use on a team get nicknames, and I don't really use legendaries on teams. I might have nicknamed my ogre pawn, and then like I nicknamed Walking Wake. Well, at least Walking Wake. I don't remember if I nicknamed Gouging Fire and Roaring Thunder. Or Small Dude. You could name it Small Dude as well. Look, I once nicknamed an Arceus Aslan, and then I think I named another one Neo. Or my friend named one Neo because we were making freaking Matrix jokes. Which is hilarious because I don't think either of us have ever actually sat down and watched The Matrix in like its entirety. I get around to hunting legendaries in this game. When I get a shiny Heatran, I should nickname it Mr. Bean. Because he is very bean-shaped. Yes, Neo from The Matrix. Because he is the one. And Neo is one backwards. I mean, will you be breeding them anymore in Ultra Sun? Or Ultra Moon? Because you can always continue breeding them in Sword and Shield. But in the end, it's up to you. I mean, you can always just wait till you get to the point in Shields where you can catch a Gumi. Come on, birds. Should go through and nickname every single one of these guys Angry Bird and trade them out over the GTS. I think that should be the last egg. Yep. Alright, 10 more in this box to go. So I ordered books yesterday and it was kind of nice. It's been a while since I've gotten a book. You can. That would work. I remember that. Uh, Dad called the lady who needs help getting her toilet unclogged to make sure she didn't like knock anything in her toilet and flush it, because my kind of stepsister did that once with a bottle of Tylenol, and Dad had to go buy a shop vac so he could vacuum it out vacuum it out of the pipe and get it out of her toilet. Oh, nice. It's always nice to have an extra type knoll. I dread having to hunt that thing in Sun and Moon, because it's gonna be full odds. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll give us a way to shiny hunt him in like Gen 10 or something. That'd be very, very lovely and possibly help me not spend 200 hours shiny hunting 2 Pokemon. I will eventually. I'll have to for the shiny decks, but that's a way later down the line hunt when I get like 89% of everything else done. Or like 98% of everything else done. Anything I have to go to the old games for, which at the moment, for the most part, should actually just be type null, will be like literally the last things I do. Like, soft resetting for legendary hunting, Dynamax Adventures for legendary hunting, type null hunt. Because I won't be able to stream that. Because I don't have the proper setup for a DS. Kind of, like I said, me hoping that maybe in Gen 10 we can shiny hunt it. Maybe nice and unlock it for us. Oh, that and Poipole. I'd have to do that for Poipole as well, because I have a shiny Naganderel, I think, but I don't think I have a Poipole. But I also don't own a copy of Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon at the moment. So it is what it is. I do believe that one is shiny locked in Sword and Shield. I dread getting to the point where I have to Dynamax Adventure everything. Nah, I would actually honestly rather just pay for one. Like, I don't mind playing ROMs. Should be behind the toilet. Should be beside the toilet.
I know, but it's not. I don't see it.
Hold on.
It was always there, but it's not there. It's always been there. It's right there. Yeah. It's like, where's my plunger?
We haven't lent it to somebody, have we?
I would almost bet on it tonight.
I like I said, I don't think. And outside, Okay, bye, dragon. I hope the rest of your day goes well. we our plunger has vanished. Quite literally. Very weird. Like, of all the things in your home you expect to go missing, the plunger just vanishing into thin air is not one of them. Because the furthest it gets moved is into the bathtub. That's with them, like, cleaning. Hi, Ranger. It's going. I haven't managed to get the Spearow yet, but still under odds. Odds being 512, I think. But hopefully soon. Maybe if not today, tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. Looking forward to getting this hunt done so I can go be frustrated over hunting Nidoran. Nothing wrong with chicken nuggets. Though, was it like a single thing of chicken nuggets, or has it been just like a lot of chicken nuggets because you're feeling particularly lazy? Oof. Did you at least get one of them? Because, I mean, losing both fossils would suck more than just losing one of them. Having sudden flashbacks to the hour and a half it took me to find a Cranidos fossil. Oh, lazy. Well, okay. Well, if you're just feeling that particularly lazy, so long as it's not been like a 10-piece chicken nugget or something, and you've actually eaten a substantial amount of food to fill up your belly, then you're fine. Everybody has lazy days. So that it sucks that you lost them both. Most of my wall digging in Brilliant Diamond lately has been for the shards and stuff that will get you legendaries in Remnant's Park. But yes, chicken nuggets are a good lazy food. Ooh, yeah. Joy-Con drift sucks. I can't say I haven't touched my Joy-Con in years, because I have to use it in Let's Go Pikachu, but I haven't put my Joy-Con in its little handheld thing and played it in years. Oh. Okay, bye, Ranger. Jesus, Bob. Also, I'm not gonna lie, on a good day, I could probably eat 20 or 30 chicken nuggets myself. I could probably do that today, honestly. It's just one of those rainy, dreary, sleepy, hungry days. Oh. Yeah, no, I feel that I need to get a new computer mouse, because the spin wheel on mine's wonky. But it's like I'm just gonna have to wait to get it. I don't plan on getting a new Joy-Con, honestly. My right Joy-Con works perfectly fine for shiny hunting and Let's Go, and that's all I need from it. I am perfectly happy with my little $25 off-brand Switch controller. I actually kind of prefer the Switch controllers, honestly. The Joy-Cons are nice and everything, but it helps me feel less awkward when I switch game systems. Not that I don't have 15 minutes of missing button muscle memory when it comes to switching controllers. Switching from playing on a Switch to playing on like a PlayStation 4 is the worst. I have the most horrible time mentally remapping the button positions and stuff when I switch between those. I can do computer to anything perfectly fine because there's such a big difference, but switching back and forth from PlayStation 4 to the Switch memory-wise is just horrible. Well, have a good evening, Bob. Hopefully I'll see you for a little bit tomorrow at least. Also, go have something else other than chicken nuggets, even if it's just a sandwich. I'm not gonna lie, I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich the other night, and it was just really good. Or heck, do peanut butter and crackers. That hits the spot on occasion as well. Whew. You lazy baby. Stella's all sprawled out across the end of the bed. Yes, they're good, but you also want to eat at least a little something else, generally. Like, usually if we do chicken nuggets, I at least try to do fries or chips or something with them. More often than not, fries. I'm not necessarily telling him to go eat a vegetable. It's just, you know, have something else too, so your stomach doesn't hate you. But yes, Dino Nuggies are the best. Glorious. If I'm going and buying chicken nuggets for like just myself, I will buy a bag of Dino Nuggies before I'll buy a bag of just regular chicken nuggets, depending on the price. I gotta have my chicken shaped like dinosaurs. You're gonna make me want chicken for dinner. Not necessarily Dino Nuggies, but just chicken in general. I can't say I've seen the spooky chicken nuggets. I'm honestly probably lucky that the grocery store in town carries Dino Nuggies, because we have one grocery store and that's it. Well, we have a grocery store and then like a dollar store, but that's different. It's not strictly groceries. I can say I don't think I've seen spooky chicken nuggets. At least not recently or outside of like a kid's cuisine. I want a cookie now. Make me hungry. Sadly, the mini Chips Ahoy are not cookies I can eat quietly. I don't think we'd ever try a steak from the dollar store. That is something we would definitely get from the local grocery store. Unless it was like that, the steak strip things they do for like fajitas or something. That we might get at the dollar store, but no, we would not buy actual steaks from the dollar store. The grocery store doesn't even carry the kind of steaks we technically want. They're not bad steaks. They just don't seem to carry like the prime steaks anymore. What? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Sad baby. Oh, the, what is it? The Wagyu? What is it? W-A-G-U or W-A-G-Y-U or something? I know what steak you're talking about. Yes, I would like to try it once. But honestly, give me, like, just a good rare, medium rare sirloin or, like, T-bone or something. I'm not hard to impress. And don't cut off all the fat. You can trim the fat a little bit, but you gotta leave some on it because it helps give the meat moisture and flavor. These didn't hatch and I wasn't... Okay, they haven't hatched and I just wasn't paying attention. I've had that happen before. Got distracted and, like, sit there and button smashed A all the way through a batch of eggs hatching and just went on going back and forth like I hadn't realized they'd hatched. But no, that would be a fun thing to do. Would be to get to try some, like, really fancy food. So long as it tastes good. I'm picky enough as to be like, no, just bring me the steak. Don't give me anything else. Now you guys are gonna make me want to... I'm just hungry. Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to end stream later and, like, immediately go and get something to eat after I end stream. Rearrange my feet here. Whew. You know, I find it kind of funny that they changed how getting the keystone works. You know, to use in the tower with you having to talk to the 32 or 36 different NPCs in the underground. When nowadays it would be so much easier for you to get to talk to the 32 or 36 other players in the underground when you can literally just join, like, Discord groups and stuff and do it. Well, we'll see. Hopefully I might have a little bit. It might not be today, though. Brilliant Diamond has not been kind to me in regards to fast shinies from eggs. Like, I'll get them, but I get them much closer to odds than I seem to in some other games. Of course, I've only bred 2 Pokemon in this game for shinies, and that was a Stantler because I wanted to have one for a Weird Ear when Legends Arceus came out, and Miltank because I couldn't get it in any other game on here. And I got both of those over 300 eggs. Stantler was close to odds, maybe a little over, I think. And then Miltank was at least sometime after 300, so I'm not too worried. It's just being stubborn. I actually have a little bit better luck when radar hunting. But never know, I might get it today. Or I could get it within the first 10 minutes of stream tomorrow. It just depends. Lord knows I've done that in while shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet. Had like 6 Pokemon I could hunt. And somehow had days where like I would find all 6 shinies I needed in like 30 minutes, and it's like, well crap, what am I gonna do for 3 more hours? You hush about my cow. No, it is a little evil. I mean, I think most players have a little bit of PTSD from Whitney in Gold and Silver. I mean, she's not particularly hard to beat, but boy, that Miltank was pretty good at giving a beat down. Okay, I have eggs. I'm always going to be a little salty they didn't put Miltank in Scarlet and Violet. At least put it in Scarlet and Violet, or give it a Paldean form. You gave Tauros 3 different forms. You should have given Miltank one too. People are free to like and dislike Pokemon as they want. I'm tired of half of the Gen 4 Pokemon. We've been seeing them so much in games. And it's like, now I like Lucario, but if he were to just vanish from like the main beats of the next 3 Pokemon games, I wouldn't miss him. Weasel, the Starly line, yeah, they can go away for a couple of games. I had a friend scoff at me one night. It's like, look, I'm tired of seeing Lucario. We got Lucario in the DLC of Sword and Shield. We got Lucario in BDSP. We got Lucario in Legends Arceus. We have Lucario in Scarlet and Violet. Like, I'm tired of seeing Lucario. Yes, actually, Luxray is another one I'm tired of seeing. But also, yes, give Luxray a new form. That boy deserves to be Dark type. But also, like, I'm tired of seeing Charizard and stuff too. Can we cut back on the Charizard? I know he's mascot number 3, I think. Because Pikachu, then Eevee, then like Charizard, somewhere in that ranking on the totem pole. But it's like, can we stop? Can we stop with all the Charizards, please? No, because the next game is X and Y game, which means we have the 2 Charizard Mega Evolutions. But it's like, come on, Game Freak. I always do that. I mean to hit X again, and I exit. This is why I say I wouldn't complain if 90% of the Pokedex for Gen 10 was just entirely new Pokemon. Actually, the only way I want to see old Pokemon in Gen 10 is if it's a regional form, or they give it a pre-evolution or an evolution or both. I would be completely happy not seeing any Pokemon from generations at least 1 through 8. 9 gets a smidge of leeway, even though I'm fairly tired of 9 too. It's like I could be completely happy getting the Gen 5 treatment with Gen 10 games. It won't happen because the Pokedex now is bigger, just in general for the games, because they do the 400 base Pokedex, but like I would be completely happy with the fewer old Pokemon in the new game, the happier I will be. It's about time, though, that we got a bigger Pokedex for a new generation, because the last few have been small. Like Gens 1, 3, and 5 were all over 100 Pokemon, and I don't think any ones other than that were. We got some that got kind of close, like I want to say Gen 9 has 90-ish, actually probably more than 90 now because they added the new Paradox Pokemon, but had around not quite 100 but fairly close to Pokemon. I want a generation with over 100 new Pokemon in it again, including regional forms and like convergent species. Actually, if they wanted to make like a convergent or a regional Charizard, then yeah, okay. But just don't do Charizard. You gotta give the entire Kanto starter line love at the same time. Like if they opened the Gen 10 game and these starters were regional forms of the Gen 1 Pokemon, okay, I could get behind that so long as they make them cool enough. That'd be kind of fun. I mean, I've seen people do some pretty cool convergent and regional Pokemon for the Kanto starters, including just straight up type swapping all of them. And I mean within the fire, water, grass triangle there. Really? You guys are gonna hatch going up the little incline? And when I say regional forms, I mean complete line regional forms, not final evolution regional forms. Though those are okay too. Those aren't too bad. Hey, looky there, shiny bird. I got me mid-rant about regional forms when I get the shiny, because of course. The only other worst situation would have been me eating. I've done that too with Cherub, I think. Was that literally the middle Spearow? I would love a regional Ekans in Arbok, or a convergent Ekin in Arbok. Oh no, that must have been the second egg. So that was 337? I was so sad when the rumor of a regional Ekans line for Gen 7 turned out to be wrong. I didn't expect my character to finish going up the incline after that. I don't know why that struck me as funny, but that's funny. Alright, let's separate little Buffalo Wing here from the rest of its flock. Spearow has such a nice shiny. And let's see here. That's 137, which I'll have to change my counter increase. Where's my mouse? There it is. One. Okay. So I should be able to. There we go. Alright. Now let's get him? Her? Her. Let's get her evolved. And then I'll stick her in Pokemon Home. Actually, no. I need you to stay. You can go. These two should do me perfectly fine because I'm just going to go see if battling Rorik will get me up the levels I need. I just need Spearow in a slot other than the one that's there. Oh, I have nicknaming turned off. Let me see here. I think the name raider is in the 4th town, the one with the 2nd gym leader. I'll worry about nicknaming after I get the level up, though. Let's see here. Go fight Rorik. 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's one off counting towns. That's town 6. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But Rorik first. No, I wanna... There we go. Hi, my dude. I've come to curb stomp your entire team. Let's see if I can get this to level 20 in one battle. I can't seem to in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. You're so cute. You think that's gonna do anything to either of my Pokemon? I do like though that you can go through and like challenge the entire Pokemon gym system in once a day. This is what I do to earn money in this game for when I'm chaining Pokemon. Okay. I didn't expect that mini level. No, he got the lucky egg. Generally the first gym badge gets you fairly close in Let's Go Pikachu. Like if I have something that gets to level 20, it gets it to like anywhere between 15 and like 18. Okay, I'm not doing this. I'm not going through all the attacks you want to. Jesus. I expected him to go up like 6, 7 levels maybe. Good lord. Okay. Dude, ain't none of your Pokemon stands a chance against my giant turtle. See how many what ridiculous number of levels he goes up in this. She goes up in this fight. Okay, it actually probably won't be too many now because it looks like it has slowed down greatly, but still. That's funny, just zoomed right up to level 21. Yeah. Did you flash cannon my turtle? So I love that you can use Earthquake on this dude and he's floating in the air. No, I think I can take down your fish. The Relicanth's not bad. He actually did really good when I did my Dino Nuzlocke and Sword. Like, he was surprisingly hardy. Oh, excuse me. My big dumb turtle loves me. Really? You're just giving me more HP to take, dude. Alright, hopefully a Leaf Storm will take him down. There we go. Really? Thing's probably going to be at level 30 by the time I finish this fight. Actually, yeah, I might want to switch for Aerodactyl. I kind of wish Aerodactyl had gotten an evolution or a pre-evolution. Actually, give it a pre-evolution. It's just a much smaller Aerodactyl. Can't say nothing, I like Aerodactyl myself. Have used it in a team? Might use it again. Have fun with that, dude. My Rampardos is better than your Rampardos, even though I'm fighting you with a slug. Okay, I do believe that's the last member of his team. Oh, I didn't quite make it to 30. Woohoo! Give me that money! Thank you. I'm generally perpetually broke in this game. Nice. Spearow's not the prettiest shiny out there, but it's also not the worst. Not really. This is a good way to farm stickers I almost never use. Alright. Well, put Spearow in the box. Can I not go in the box because I'm in the gym? Oh wait, I gotta nickname him first. Should be able to just do this. Yes, I'd ride this bike like a drunk pelican, I know. I swear to God, the cycling path road or path or whatever they call it used to be a lot longer. Let's see here. Wait, can you walk up to any of these and... Huh! I've learned something new. No, it's this dude sitting down. Now I'm gonna give it a worse name. Am I gonna have just enough space? Just enough space. That's really not a better name. That's really not a better name. Not a better name by any measure of a better name. But its wings were orange when it was the Spearow, so from now on until I either catch another or Pokemon Home crashes and I lose all my Pokemon, it is Buffalo Wing. Alright, let me take that off the list. And next up is Nidorans, which I'll start on Monday. I'll play Pixelmon or Stardew Valley or something the next 2 days. I wish I could sleep as much and as easy as you do. I do have to hatch up quite a few more eggs though, which to be fair I need to finish hatching all those Miltank eggs too, so I can't really say anything. I nicknamed it and didn't put it back in the box. Of course I did. You know how many times I do this? I'm gonna take a moment and clear out some Spearow though. For those of you who are looking, I'm doing a Shiny Living Dex. It is not a Shiny Living Form Dex. So the other forms will not be shiny, unless I just get really lucky. So you can release 100, I do that all the time. You can release 100 Pokemon out of here each, before each save. I guess I'll do this and I'll hop back into Prune Diamond and actually put Spearow in the box. Why they didn't keep this in like sword and stuff, I don't know. Alright, let's see if I can do this right this time. So you can't see him. I promise the Bulbasaur is shiny. Also, how nice for once that Pokemon Home isn't just taking half of forever. Yeah. I have stuff I can collect platinum points. I know. I always have premium or platinum or whatever points I can collect. I did this once with Pokemon Scarlet like 3 times in a row. There we go. Now I can put it in Pokemon Home. Now it's going to take 10 minutes to get in the Pokemon Home. Oh, no, it didn't. Nice. I did one day where, I swear to God, it took like 10 minutes to log in. I got tired of sitting in stream and waiting, so it's like, guys, I'm just going to end the stream here for today. If I can manage to get in Pokemon Home in the next 20 minutes, I'll be lucky. There we go, another page complete. Just to prove I'm not lying here. Hold on. Gotta find my cursor first. See, shiny Bulbasaur there in the corner where my camera was covering him up. And then it is just the Nidorans here I need. Yeah. Nidoran, Nidorina, then the male Nidoran, Nidorino, Nidoking. Awesome. Okay. I won't be breeding those. I will be actually legit hunting them in, Let's Go Pikachu. Unless it gets ridiculous and takes me 2 weeks, then I'll be hunting whichever ones I can in Brilliant Diamond, because I think they are actually in, something you can chain. If I'm not mistaken, and if not, I can always also hunt them in Sword and Shield. But I'm trying to hunt as many of them as I can in Let's Go Pikachu. Out of the remaining 20 odd Pokemon I need for Let's Go Pikachu for Gen 1. To release these guys. And that should have been 90, which means I have 10 left, so I'm just going to finish emptying this box. Oh, actually, that's, okay, yeah, that's 9. 7, 8, 9. That works. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm going to end it here for today. I will be back tomorrow. Well, what game I'm playing, I do not know. I will be continuing shiny hunting Monday. Because I enjoy having a day or two off from it on occasion. Oh, I still have so many eggs I need to hatch. But that'll be later. That might be something I do Sunday or something. So I hope you guys have a good day. Or a good evening, just depending on where you live. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.